Okay, guys, I'm in a bad spot here, but that's how the recording is going to start, I guess. We're going to drive through this with me out to the country. If I can get the phone in a good spot here where it don't fall over. I got to focus on the road more than to focus on the camera and the video footage. So, with that being said, hopefully it turns out okay. And now here we go. Doing about 40 miles an hour. I don't want to go too fast because you lose control. That's how the speed that you're going to be propelled towards something. It's January 9th, right? It's the 9th we said?
Yeah.
Yeah, January 9th. About 14 or 15 degrees or less. 12 degrees. And we're on our way out to property to check on the dog. Make sure he's all good and got his proper food, bowls are full, and la la la. And I'm gonna give him an extra insulation over his house. He should be totally good at any rate, but I'm gonna give him a little extra.
And we're gonna get the sled.
And then we're gonna get our sled. And we got a sled that I bought back home in Illinois many years ago, whenever all the other kids were about the homie's age. And so we would go back home every year. Here would be our spring break. So whenever they got out of school for spring break, I'd go back home. But pretty consistently, every year that we went back, it snowed pretty heavily up there. So one year, I had all the kids with me. And we bought a sled. And then I was able to take them, go sledding, you know, the places where I went as a child. So it was actually, as a dad or a parent, or, you know, who's moved away, has had kids of their own and get to go back home and relive experiences or whatever. It was a really cool moment for me to be able to have them and go take them sledding down the same hills I slid whenever I was their age, up even older. All the way up into like teenage years. One year I went back and was living back home for a little bit, and yeah, sledding is something you do. Hey, if I was there, and I'm probably gonna sled today, you know, you do your whole life. It's not just a childhood event. It's actually, you know, it's fun. It's something, you know, even the any size adult can do and have fun. You know, it's a fun event. You can make use of it, you know, get out and enjoy it. If not, then you're just going to sit in your house and hate it. So you have your choice. Either love it or hate it. Your choice. I don't care. I ain't going to judge you one way or the other. Everybody has their reasons for why they feel a certain way about certain things. Me, I'm going to enjoy it. One, I was raised in it as, you know, up to teenager. Moved away when I was just about to turn 13, so all those years I grew up in heavy snow. So it's something that's very familiar to me, even though I've been gone from there for so long. It's still, you know, it's like riding a bike. That's why I have no worries about driving in this. You just have to do it correctly. You do it wrong, that's when you're in the ditch. Speaking of going back home, spring break and all that, we were coming back from our trip back home one time in a blizzard. Excuse me. A blizzard was moving about where we were starting from and kind of going in front of us. So we had to drive through the blizzard this whole way. Well, we stopped and, you know, whatever, stayed the night, and we got out on the road, and, you know, I'm going through and we're driving, and granted, I'm on the interstate. Normally it's, you know, 65, 70. Some people want to speed 90 to 100. Well, I'm doing like 30, 35 down this thing, right? Well, I'm going at a safe speed of travel. I can feel that I have traction. I feel I have control of the vehicle. Actually, the windshield wiper froze a couple times. I had to like roll window down and reach out around the deal and grab the windshield wiper and get it started again. I was able to do that, still at safe speed of travel. But the point, what I'm trying to make, is the fact that I made it by driving slow and making sure I had control. along the way, there was so many cars on the side of the road stuck in a ditch. Those are the people that weren't paying attention to their surroundings. They weren't paying attention to the conditions. They weren't being logical in the situation. Just like now, I'm braking slowly way up here, but I'm about to turn down here, but it's the turns that get you. I'm gonna come almost to a stop and then we're gonna turn. Normally I turn this turn at about 35. I am doing 10. And see, and even that, I felt the back end get a little squirrely. So you just gotta know what you're doing. Pay attention, and also a side note, and also something to be aware of, that maybe if you didn't, have common sense enough to think of it. So you're driving, you're seeing cars stuck in a ditch, stuck in a ditch, stuck in a ditch, stuck in a ditch, and you're like, "Whoa, man, that's no good for them. That's bad. No, I hope they're okay." Blah blah blah. So first off, physical wellness you consider. Well, now hopefully they have enough gas to continue to run their heater. Hopefully they have maybe some water and some snacks so they're not uncomfortable. You ain't gonna die in the course of a few hours of starvation or dehydration, but it sure will make things a lot nicer. Now, the elevated thought of that is, if you just passed 10 cars stuck in the ditch, how many tow trucks do you think they have servicing this area? And how long do you think it takes that tow truck to get out one vehicle round trip? Now, do the math, times 10, and now put yourself in a position of thinking, how long are you actually going to be stuck in a ditch? Now, was that worth you going, 15 extra miles over, a safe speed of travel? Absolutely not. That would only have gained you maybe 30 minutes max in your total destination time. Well, guess what now? Your total destination time is negative by about 4 hours. And where are you spending those 4 hours? Stuck in a ditch, in the cold, in the snow. Hopefully no injury to yourself or your vehicle. So, guys, the big point, the big moral of the story is, take it easy. Drive slow. Don't be in a hurry. That really makes a world of difference. It's also, if you want to put in the science of it, it's trajectory. It's physics. You have traction minus propulsion times, is it minus propulsion? Well, okay, so I apologize for messing up the equation. But what it really boils down to is, don't drive any faster than you want to be hurled towards an inanimate object, because that's what's going to happen. Once you lose control, whatever speed you're at, and if you're not on a downhill, hopefully you ain't going to gain any speed. But that speed, at what you lose control, is the speed that you are traveling and hurling towards another object. Whether it be a curb, tree, guardrail, ditch. Hopefully it's not one of the ditches like that's on the side of me right now, because that ain't nothing but a rocky creek down there. Those are the type of situations where somebody goes missing and they find them later, and let's just say they're in last place, to put it politely. So don't be that person for sure. Now, we're going to record this whole trip. I'm going to talk as much as I can, do whatever. Hopefully you get a good view of the beauty of the snow. But I'm going to bank on it. And now I don't want to count my eggs before they're hatched, but I'm going to bank on it that we're going to make it to our destination. We're going to get our mission and our objectives taken care of, and we're going to make it back. Because I'm mindful. And also, I have a little bit of experience points in this. Now, you probably can't see it because it's all white, but there is probably a 35, 40 foot bluff. Not drop off, so don't let me say bluff, like a berm. If I was to go sliding down that, it's going to be a rough deal for somebody to come and get me out. it's going to be a rough deal whenever I hit the bottom. So you want to be extra careful in those situations. I'm probably doing 20 miles an hour max. And for the record, and just point of reference, normally I'm out here doing 65, 70. I like to drive fast. But you want to know what? In my other video when I was driving fast, and I told you this, I said I'm only going to drive as fast as I feel comfortable driving. Now, maybe, you know, I felt comfortable driving at 70 miles. Look at that car right there. He's off the road in the ditch. This, I only feel comfortable that I'm doing 25 now. And I'm going to actually take my foot off the gas. And we're going to proceed with safety. I hope everybody's having a beautiful day, evening, whatever, you know, whenever you guys finally see this or whatever. I'm having a pretty good day. The homie could have had a better day, but we'll just leave that where it is. But he's here with me, riding and chilling. We're going to go out here to the property and enjoy the snow, get in the tiny house, see if we can find his beanie, and also see if his gloves are out here. He could use a beanie and a pair of gloves. So hopefully they're out here in the tiny house. And
No CPR.
no CPR. Yep, I didn't even really hear the radio for some reason. I wonder, we'll have to watch this video back later and see if it came through, because I've already been recording for 11 minutes. Who knows how many songs came up. And I'm not gonna make this like, you guys can rewatch it as a video, but I'm gonna set this as a premiere. So you can come in, pop in for a little bit, chit chat, whatever, check things out, see the snow, see where I'm at, how it looks, blah blah blah. You don't gotta watch the whole thing in its entirety, or you can if you so desire, because it's gonna be a long one. Because I'm driving extra slow, so it's probably gonna be 30-minute video at least-ish. And I hate this stop sign. Oh look, there's another truck off the side of the road up there. They can't make it up the hill. Hopefully I don't find myself with those issues, because I do have to travel some hills. I do have new tires, but they're not necessarily snow tires with chains on them. Okay, we got a little bit sideways there. Slow down on the gas pedal. Lower acceleration. Build speed up slowly. Don't spin the tires. That's losing traction. You're losing traction, you're losing control. I mean, that's literally point blank the best way to explain it. You lose traction, you lose control. And that's not what you want to do. Alright, we're going to pass by this car, a truck rather, with no issues. Uh-oh, the camera's unfocused because of the snow on the window. And the windshield, there we go. I don't know, did that work? It worked a little bit. So we're doing a flat 20 right now. So yeah, it's gonna take us a little bit to get out there, but I have nothing, I have no appointments, no reason to rush whatsoever. My main objective is to arrive. There's no time set. I don't have to get back into town at a certain time, nothing. And you know, if we are out here driving after hours, you know, so be it. I'll do 5 miles an hour if that's what it takes to get back into town safely. Then we're going to take an hour-long trip, but we're going to make it, and that is the main point. So I'm going to stop talking for a little bit, kind of focus on the scenery and all that, and let y'all kind of focus on the scenery and all that. And hopefully my windshield, oh man, I got to get out and fix that wiper. It's a frozen one spot. It's messing up my view. Okay, I'm just going to coast down the hill. Let the gravity give me my propulsion. Oh my God, that's why he's so quiet. That boy fell asleep back here. Boy, you sleep all the way?
No.
Well, wake up, because you only going to get to live this event one time in your life. or this day anyways. I mean, you're gonna have probably some other snow drives, but live in the moment. Don't sleep it off. You should have got to bed on time last night. We literally just talked about this yesterday. Okay. I don't want to spin out here because it's downhill. If I lose it, even if I'm able to brake, if I got even a little bit of kinetic energy built up, I'm just going to continue to slide forward. Man, I wish the water drops wasn't right there on my window. Thinking about maybe I'll turn it around and let y'all look sideways out and look across the fields. But I gotta be mindful that I'm paying attention to the road, feeling everything, and also very ready to make physical cockpit adjustments, let's say. I.e., have both my hands on the wheels, be able to turn left, turn right, not turn, whatever. But yeah, I think once I get up here and the field opens up a little bit, I'll let you see out the side, but you get the point. Rome, wake up. That's weird. I heard you say yeah before I said Rome, wake up. That's weird. Ooh, he knew I was about to say wake up. Get up. So he just called me out. And this right here, I know to stop and slow down way early. Last year is snow or maybe it was ice. I don't know which one, but see, it kind of dips down just before the stop sign. I rolled through this. I wasn't able to stop. I hit the brakes and just kept on sliding. Well, this is a long thoroughfare on either end of me, and speed limit 50. So this ain't exactly one of the roads you want to cross without knowing that, you know, you want to be, how do I put this? Crossing that road, you don't want it to be an accident. You want to be crossing it purposely, with seeing if there's traffic or not. You don't want to get hit at 50 miles an hour T-boned. That's gonna cause physical injury to the person that hits you, because they're gonna hit you head on. It's gonna ruin your vehicle and then also potentially give you bodily harm, physical injury. You get what I'm saying. But with that being said, lesson learned, adjustments made, and was able to make a complete stop and proceed with safety. Oh, pothole. Okay, I was able to get around it. We don't want to turn too hard, but I didn't want to hit that pothole and bounce the camera around and chug around and blah, blah, blah. And you see this red dirt? That's good. That's sand. It's the crew coming out throwing sand out to give you traction over the snow. Now we'll see how the roads get once we get on a little bit more out here. We're going to be into untamed territory. But once we hit the road, my road, which is going to be
Gravel.
Yeah, which is going to be a few, but not the word I was going to use right in that frame of sentence. That's not how it was going. But anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the roads that I'm gonna hit before I get to that destination, there's gonna be several of them, and you know, so I gotta deal with that. But once I get to my road, which will be, you know, a few miles out, we'll hit gravel, and it'll give us a little bit of traction, unless there's been somebody else driving and hit the snowpack over it. Because I also turned, when we get to that turn, I'll explain there as well, but I turned, car just kept going at an angle. It didn't make a full turn, and I slid, and luckily the cables that tether the light pole to the ground so that it don't blow over in wind and, you know, all that, I hit the cables. Now you might, oh man, you ran off the road, hit cables, that's no good. Well, it actually was a fortunate thing that I did hit those cables, because otherwise I'd have been in the ditch. And I mean, you know, they're cables. They're, what, maybe ½ inch to an inch wide, like, you know, in diameter across. So out of all that open space I was sliding towards, I managed to about center mass the only thing right there. That's like, you know, a blessing that I was able to hit those cables. And also that there were cables, stout, sturdy, anchored into the ground cables that was able to stop my vehicle. And so I hit the cables, adjusted my wherewithal, and, you know, grabbed my composure and hit reverse and backed on out, and then made it on up the road to property. Otherwise, I'd been sleeping in the car overnight with the car in the ditch, or I would have had to walk up to tiny house, walk, you know, ever how far, it's quarter mile, half mile. I don't know how far that curve is exactly from tiny house, but I would have had to walk in the middle of the night in the snow to get to tiny house, and then still have to deal with my car being gotten out of the ditch in the morning, you know. So those cables, tragedy averted, as they say. But it is really beautiful out here. Like, I love it. It's really why I chose to come out here. Like, I could have been like, oh no, it's snowing, I can't go out there, I'll have to go tomorrow, blah 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 blah. No. I'm out in it, dipping it, scripting it, enjoying it, living it. Remember, guys, enjoy every moment. Make the best of everything. Stay positive and stay productive. So I'm staying positive, I'm enjoying everything, and I'm staying productive by going out here and taking care of things I need to take care of, and not putting it off to bad weather, or, oh, I can't do it. What do you mean you can't do it? What do you mean you can't do it? I'm doing it right now. What do you mean you can't do it? Do it. Don't say you can't do it. And so the moment you say you can't do it, you've already set yourself up for failure, and you can't do it. Now give it a try. Maybe you can't do it, but chances are you can. So give it a shot. Go for it. You never know what you're capable of unless you try. Vandal the Land, right there. Case in point. Start a YouTube channel. Put a name on it. I was like, oh, can I even do it? I was like, oh, I'm going to do it. Put a name on it. And I was like, oh, will I ever be able to be monetized? Kept pushing. I did it. Never gave up. Never said I can't do it. I just didn't force it, but I never put it out of reach of possibility. You know, there's a lot of smaller things in between and before this, but I managed to solo, and I mean, there's a lot of people that do it, but a lot of people ain't the type of person I am. I just kind of like to stay in my little area, country, simple, not big deal, not always trying to do big things, but I managed to solo, go through all the motions and everything, and fly to Dubai. Now, don't let me, you know, exaggerate or paint a false narrative exactly, because it wasn't all solo. Absolutely, Cell was there. Cell helped me along, but she wasn't there checking in at terminals. She wasn't there finding the terminals. She wasn't there communicating with people. She wasn't there flying on the plane. She wasn't, you know what, those things. Yes, she was there with me. Yes, whenever I got to places with Wi-Fi, I was able to communicate and say, hey, la la la, this and that, whatever, right? And then, of course, once I got to Dubai, got to my final destination, absolutely, Cell, I let her kind of take the reins, but at the same time, I never lost control of my destination. I drove to places, you know. I drove most of the time we were there because I wanted the experience. Also because I wasn't afraid of, you know, just trying it. Just trying it. It wasn't like, oh no, I can't do it. I'm, you know, I don't have international driver's license. Oh, I don't understand this traffic. Oh, I don't understand. I don't know kilometers. Do you know how to drive? Are you confident? Then you can do it. Don't worry about it. How many times in your life have you got pulled over in America driving with no license? Or how many times have you driven with no license? Or blah, blah, blah. Like, so the point of that being is, don't use the fact that you don't have an international license or driver's license as an excuse not to do it. Because they don't have traffic police like that in Dubai. That's one thing. If you're in a legal vehicle and you're not speeding and you're not causing a big ruckus or a problem, there's no, if you can drive, drive. I try and tell people this. You don't need a license to drive. You only need a license to drive legally. I driven, it's actually grammatically correct. I've driven many a years without a license. No accidents, no run-ins with the law, no nothing. Just drive, just do your thing. And with that being said, no, I didn't drive the speed limit everywhere perfectly. No, I didn't abide 100% by all the road signs. But I seen a path ahead of me. I knew what it took to get there, and I achieved. You know, I don't know how else to explain my driving style and the whole concept, but okay, guys, you can see the roads like more white than black. I gotta slow down, and you hear kind of the phone bouncing around. It's getting bumpier. I am on some unstable ground beneath me. I'm on slippery, I'm walking on ice here, guys. But with that being said, so I got ditches all around me. I'm out in the country. I'll have to walk a long ways, find somebody with a tractor, see if they're not busy, see if they have diesel, see if they'll even answer the door for me to come and get my vehicle out. I gotta do all those things just to get my vehicle out. Then we have to hope that it's not messed up and we can continue on our journey. So with that being said, I gotta slow down because there's hills and there's ditches everywhere. There's aqueducts, so like tin horns, if you know what tin horn is. It's a big metal tube that runs underground to channels the water so that you don't have erosion. And wherever those are, if you run off of that, it's extra deep right there, and plus that it's gonna crush you. Let's see here. See if you can see this one. Kind of see that darkness on the ground right there by the mailbox? That's a tin horn. You don't want to run into those. One, you're gonna get stuck a little extra bad. You can cause a little extra damage to your vehicle. And two, those things actually cost $1,000 or so, and if you mess it up real bad, you have to, well, I don't really see you having to replace it, but you'd have to repair it, which ain't gonna be cheap. You have to rent a tractor, or you pay them if they have the tractor and they can fix it themselves. Anyways, it's gonna be an issue. Okay, guys, I'm slowing down. Going down a big hill here, and it's all white. I don't want no issues at the bottom of the hill, because once you get to the bottom, on my immediate left and right is a big deep ditch. All through here is where it's called bar ditches, and that's where the water runs off down the road. That's how, you know, you don't have extra flooding and channel the water. People from the country, you know what I'm talking about. People that are watching this don't know what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, and I got a nice big old truck coming up around side of me, big old Jeep. So I'm not gonna, you know, push the limits so as not to be embarrassed by a Jeep behind me. But I'm gonna speed up a little bit and maybe kind of, you know, act like I know what I'm doing. And then maybe he'll be turning off eventually or something. But also, with that being said, that Jeep is one of the ones that'll be likely to go off the road a little bit. And it's not because of the vehicle, it's because of the driver. He got complacent. He thought he's in the master vehicle. Oh, it can handle all things. No. I can't handle all things if not properly controlled, operated. That's when you find yourself in the issue of operator error. Okay, so I'm not going to hit the gas. I'm not going to hit the brakes. I'm just going to let the wheels do what they do. I'm going downhill, solid white, snowpack. I just want the wheels to have the traction that they have. If I hit the brake, I might lose traction by sliding. If I hit the gas, I might lose traction by spinning out, over acceleration. So now I'm going to ease into the gas up this hill, because you can run off the road going uphill as well. Don't think you can't. And also, if you start losing traction and you heat that snow up, you start to melt on your tires. Now you're just skiing, basically. You don't want that. You don't want to be skiing. You don't want to be full out sliding. You know what I want though? My camera to be focusing. Man, I've been watching the road and not the camera and just talking. Because actually me talking is kind of, you know, also easing my nerves and helping me stay focused. But I don't know how much of this is out of focus for you guys. Let me move it here. Alright, here we go. I'm hitting acceleration, which I wouldn't do if I didn't have the Jeep behind me, but I ain't trying to, you know, if I feel that I'm losing traction, then I'm surely going to let off. But, you know, I ain't going to slowpoke just, you know, I'm not the only person in the world. And I'm sure he's understanding and not wanting to pressure, you know. He's probably like, oh no, don't hurry, you're okay, don't worry about it. You know, that type of person. So, you know, I'm sure he's understanding why I'm driving the way I am and has no kind of feelings about anything that I'm doing whatsoever. Again, and on the left, no, the right of me rather, right there is he's probably 10 to 15 feet down in there. Straight down. I'd be nose to toes if I went into that. Okay. Slow down, no skidding, keep my momentum and slide through, passed over. Alright, good job. Not bad. We're still losing traction though because I was over accelerated, but we're good. And through here, I do probably, down this downhill, I do probably about 80. But right now, I honestly don't even want to go down it. But I have to. So we're going to go down it. We're going to see what happens. And if you notice, I kind of got quiet. I'm going to be hyper focused. Okay, it's a little bit black here. Also out here, if you hit patches, there are some people that have skid steers and things, and they'll get out and clear the road. But it's only the, you know, you get a little maybe quarter-mile area or so that they just plow around their property and for a couple of their neighbors-ish. But they don't go too far. You know, they're not the city crew. They're just private tractor owners just doing themselves a favor and being, you know, a good neighbor, and just that's how country folk do. We just do for ourselves and others. If we don't stick together and don't help out each other and help everything move out here, it ain't gonna move. There ain't nobody else out here. The city ain't coming out here to do this. It's obvious right now. I don't even have to like make like, oh, some kind of big theory or thesis, or oh, a big fishtail story. No, you see it right now. These roads are not clear. The city ain't coming out here. So, facts. If we don't band together and get it done out here, it's not going to get done. And what don't get done, we can't blame on anybody but ourselves. Oh, you know, I just don't notice. Man, I've been doing pretty good and able to keep talking, but because, I mean, you know, I ain't gonna make myself sound like a crybaby or anything, but I ain't gonna make myself sound super macho. But the nerves are real. The nerves are real. So I got to keep talking and kind of ease my way through it. And just like coming down this hill, I don't want to spin out. And look at this guy. I might not make it up the other side. There's snow on his windshield. He didn't make it up. But I don't want to get too much kinetic energy behind me to where when I go sliding, if I do lose control, I can't stop myself from going in the goddamn ditch. Oh, pardon my language. Sorry. It's nerves. It's nerves. Just like that right there. Just like that right there. He's got a little bit squirrely. Luckily, I do have that Jeep behind me, though. He could probably help me out if he needed to. But I got up the other side. I don't know what's wrong with that truck. Why he couldn't get up the other side. Maybe he, I don't know. It wasn't that bad. Maybe the conditions, the snow's a little bit different consistency than earlier. Maybe he went out too early when it was first hitting and it was wet and slushy, but it was hitting the freezing ground, which caused a little bit more of an ice than a snow that he was driving on. He was more on an ice mixture, a slush mixture. It's you know, different consistencies. Okay, here we go. I'm going too fast, guys. I am going too fast for this downhill. So, also, don't ever slam your brakes. Pump them. Pump your brakes. Do a little bit of stopping at a time. There you go. Because if you smash them, you're sliding. Yeah, I want to go sledding on a sled, not in a big old vehicle. That's my only way of getting around anywhere out here. Okay. It's a little clear through here, but I ain't messing with it. And also there's a figure of speech, a phrase that people say, pump the brakes. It's a real thing. I'm bumping the brakes. Now, thankfully, the homie and I both are dressed for weather in case if something was to happen and we were stuck out here. We're good to go. But I don't want to have to use the fact that we're good to go to be good to go. I want to just go and be good. Man, I want this camera to focus so y'all can see what's going on a little bit. But it won't. So hopefully y'all stick around for the blurry show and the commentary, because it sure ain't about good footage. Okay, this is a big hill here. Alright. And this would be one that we'd go sledding on. Hold firm, baby. Hold firm. Alright. Don't lose it. Don't lose it. Okay, it flattens out down here. So if I kind of do go off the road, hopefully I got traction to get out. Alright. Not bad, not bad. Oh, I wonder if it's because I turned off my heater. Well, my heater's cooking me out, but I guess it's not thawing the windows. The windshield wipers got ice on it. That's why there's no clear spot. That's why I don't want to focus. Here, I'll just draw back a little bit. Here, I'll tell you what. Let's do out the side of the window now. I can probably do this. Drive one-handed and the one-handed bandit. Boy, I'm going uphill, sliding. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. Push, push, baby, push. Come on, baby. You got it. You got it, Blazer. You got it, baby. Okay, now I got to keep momentum here. No cars? No cars. Oh, shoot. They didn't make it. They are in the ditch. He come around the curve here, got squirrely. And I don't have I have four-wheel drive, but I haven't tested it. This is an old used vehicle. These aren't the situations where you test something out. Now, I would more than gladly help the man or woman, help the human out of their predicament. But I, at the same time, have to be mindful not to put myself in jeopardy. So I'm not gonna, lock up my transmission by testing the four-wheel drive on here to see if it still works. Because that's not gonna help them out. It's not gonna help me out. Actually, it's just gonna put me in the same boat. And maybe even worse. Maybe they have, a better support line out here. Well, I get out here, all my people are in town, and they really ain't a whole bunch of people. Okay, guys? Just so y'all know. I don't roll solo, but I run low. And you know what? I might even roll the window down. How about that? Because I am that warm, actually. Okay. Steep hill, pumping the brakes. I started getting a little sliding. And not only that, there's already, a car right there. You'll see it as we pass by here since the phone's out the window. But I gotta focus. I can't. See that car there? Yep. I don't want that to be me. There's two cars right there. There's two examples. Two examples, guys. Those people were made example of. I choose and refuse to not be made example of. I'm gonna be the example of, if you do it correctly, it can be done. Oh, here's one of the doggies. Oh, they're both right there. They're guard doggies, the Bichon Frise. No, not Bichon Frise. The Great Pyrenees. Sorry, guys. Okay. I got a little bit sideways, and then not on the side that I'm recording, but this other side to my right, it's deep. I'd been stuck. So okay, we're making it, keeping it. We don't want to spin the tires too much, because I don't want to build up that snow pack on my tires. I want my tires to continue to be braking free, and so that I'm actually have tire traction and not snow on snow. Because like I said earlier, you'll basically be skiing. Nothing happening. Okay, I'm going super slow in the turn, and here you will see the cables that I hit that year. And after you see the cables, I'm gonna bend the camera down a little bit, because yeah, I'll drive you out to my property, but I'm not gonna be 100% foolish and show my address or my street and all that. Uh-oh. You hear it, guys? You hear it? That's it. She's snowpacked. I might be able to turn around and get up in reverse. Okay, guys. Here we go. We just have to adapt to the situation and overcome. Okay, so I'm gonna roll my window up. We'll take a pause, take a moment here to assess the situation. And I might have to get back up and get a little bit more of a running start where I got more level ground. Or I might have to go around and take a more level route. On the other side, it enters into here, but it's level. It's steep. But look here. I wish I had something like I could tape this to the window. Actually, I do. Where's the jackery? Look at the homie back here. He's been sleeping cozy. Here, I need the jackery, bud. Look, you remember you asked me what that blue tape was for? And I said, oh, in case if I need tape. Well, I'm going to use this blue tape to tape the phone to the window so I can record out the window that's clear. See? Be prepared, guys. Save everything. This was just me starting to roll the tape. But now look at it. It's going to work and serve a purpose for me. There we go. Look at that. How about that? Huh? And it's blue tape, so it's easy peel. So it ain't going to leave a bunch of junk on my phone. Now, hopefully it just will hold you to the window. There we go. There we go. Oh, we have 46-minute video. Oh, man, I knew it was going to be like that, though. We're stuck, bud. We're not stuck in the ditch or stuck, but I can't get up the hill right there. So we're going to have to try again, get a different run at it. Oh, man, I was even down to the dirt, and it was still spinning. Uh-oh. Sliding. Sliding backwards is not good, guys. Not freaking stupid good. Okay. Let's see how to proceed here. Because we're going to make it. We are going to make it. Right? Rome, yes. Never give up. Okay, come on, we're getting it, we're getting it. I know how to drive squirrely and sideways. You just gotta turn your wheel opposite of the way your front end is pointing. Go, baby, go. Okay. I don't want that snowpack on my tires though, because I don't want to slide in reverse into the dang ditch. We might have to go up and go around. Okay, guys, we're sideways. All right, we're stopped. Okay, now I'm gonna actually put it in reverse. Cause yeah, I was in drive that whole time we were going backwards, guys. I was going in reverse, but I wasn't in reverse gear. Okay, pump it. Cause let me show you here. Okay. Let me roll the window down. Make sure ain't nobody coming over the hill is gonna run into us. But if I wasn't able to stop, look what's
that pole.
Look at that ditch. It's probably 15 foot down in there. Okay. I'm not trying to have that. Here, let me flip the tape around. Okay. Now I don't know how we're gonna do this. To be perfectly honest with you. Because I done lost it twice, and you know, you're gonna try the same thing over and over and get the same results. That's crazy. You gotta try something new. You don't expect different results when you're trying the same technique. Okay. All right, let's put it in low gear. I might even try 4-wheel drive. And you know, I might even try over here in the grass area, out of the road in the snowpack. Because I might get better traction. Uh-oh, don't do it, don't put me in the ditch. Don't you fucking dare put me in the ditch. Part of my language. Okay, Rome, it's getting sketchy, bud. Wake up. Okay. I was literally so close to that ditch. Don't slide, don't slide. Pump 'em, pump 'em, pump 'em, pump 'em, pump 'em, pump, pump.
Whoa, it looks like a foggy road because how wide it is.
Oh yeah. Woo-wee! Guys, that was like, that was it. That was sketch. That was rough. There goes there goes the tape. But I was literally, you'll be able to see my tire tracks. I had to stick my head out the window to see the ditch, to ride and coast along it with obviously very minimal traction and control, but I maintained traction and control and I made it. By the grace of God and by the grace of my skills and a little bit of luck, probably more luck than anything, but let me tell you right now, whoo! I wasn't 100% sure that I was gonna make that. I just had to tell myself, do it. Talk the talk, walk the walk, boy. Okay, I'm gonna give it another shot, and if not, then we're gonna go back around the other way. I just don't know what else to do. Okay, starting out sliding already. Not much traction whatsoever. Okay, we've made it further than last time. Okay. Keep going, baby. Keep going, puppy dog. Keep going, puppy dog. Don't lose it now. That's right. Let's go side to side. Come on, baby love. You want to get me up there? We're almost past the jump up. Come on. Oh, another thing. Let me tell you about this stuff right here burning up your gas. Luckily, I stopped and got gas before we headed out. Boom. Felt that? And we got traction right when we got up there. It kicked us a little bit. Woo! I did it! Never give up! You never know what you can do unless you try. No, I wasn't expecting that to give me that issue. So I'm gonna say pretty much confidently that okay, we're in the clear, we're gonna make it, but apparently you never know. I don't know what these other roads hold for me, but we're close to the destination now. I'm gonna give a little bit of speed here. All right, we're up the top of this one already. Oh man, this next one though, the curve. Man, I don't know. Okay. So this hill, the issue with it is it's just after a turn, a curve, but I gotta take the curve slow and cautiously, which is gonna kill my momentum and my directional traction to get up the next jump up. So I don't know. We'll see what happens here. We'll see what happens here, baby. Come on, baby. You want to do it, don't you? You want to do it? Let's do it. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Oh, come on. Oh, I feel you biting. I feel you biting. Come on, do it. Do it. You got it. You got it. Stay. Luckily, I know how to drive when your vehicle's going sideways. There's a certain way you turn your steering wheel. And you definitely don't hit the brakes. And now I'm still not hitting the brakes, I'm pumping them. And I'm also not going to park in my driveway because we'll never get out of that. I'm just going to park on the road. Yes, sir. There she is. There she is. Now, what does that mean? What does that mean, folks? That means we did it. That means we never gave up. That means we proceeded with safety. That means we put all of our experience and skills and common sense into use, into play, and it paid off. Now I'm going to end this one because this video is just going to be the drive premiere video. I'm going to cut it, and I'm going to record another one of us coming out here and looking at everything, enjoying the beauty of my property, of the country. Even though it's got stuff everywhere, you can call it trash, you can call it junk. But I call it gear for survival. Gear for functional, productive piece of property. Okay. We have arrived. Look at this. Oh, there goes my vape right in the snow. That's what I'm driving through, guys. And just for the record, I got decent tires, guys. These are brand new tires, okay? This ain't nothing to mess with. If I had bald tires, I'd be effed in the B right now. Get this off. We'll kick that off there. It'll freeze up here in a minute.
Look at that.
All right. I know, beautiful snow. Wait till we get our sleigh. Like this.
That's some good stuff. Oh no.
The best snow, dude. This, if you want to have fun and build something, this is the snow to have. All right. That's right. We got to go check on Blackjack. Deuces, y'all.